Today, I challenge you. Are you ready? Hello and welcome. My name is Peter B. and I welcome you here at My First Million. So, are you up for another challenge? In a previous challenge, I was challenging you to start tracking your expense and do this at least for 1 month. So in today's challenge, we are going to build up on this. So if you haven't completed the first challenge yet, take a look at the description and I link you to the first challenge. So do that one maybe first. Now, after tracking your expenses, you should be knowing where your money goes. So now go to the next step for this challenge. Make a budget at the beginning of every month. At the beginning, at least for the next month. Every dollar gets assigned to a category. But ideally, there would be the same categories that you were using for tracking your expenses. In addition to previous categories, also try in advance to think about upcoming irregular expenses. For instance, maybe you have an insurance payment coming up that you only do once per year, or you have some other expenses that are irregular, or maybe you need to repair your car, so you already know you will get a bill for that next month. So try to think in advance what's coming up to you. And the past tracking of your expenses will help you to easier determine where the money might be flowing in the next month. So every dollar of your income gets assigned to a category. Additionally, you also want to include special categories like, for instance, taxes. But even more importantly, also put up categories for an emergency fund. If you don't have an emergency fund yet, put one category. So one portion of your income should go into an emergency fund. Then you also should be creating categories for saving buckets. For instance, if you're saving toward the down payment of a house, already include that in your budget. Or if you need to purchase a new car, maybe in 1 or 2 years, maybe you already want to start saving toward that. So also make a bucket for saving toward your car. And also very important, maybe most importantly, pay yourself first. Take one portion of the money from your income and put it into an investment bucket. So make a category for investing. So at the beginning of each month, you already know the amount that at least you can invest for the upcoming month. So why is making a budget so important? For this, let's have a look at the wealth cycle. The wealth cycle is basically covering everything you need to know in order to win financially and be successful in personal finance. You basically only have 4 categories here. You need to know your earnings, then from your earnings you subtract your spendings, which will then give you your savings. Then you will use your savings for investing, and of course, if you're doing a good job with investments, you should generate a rate of return, which over time then should boost your earnings again. So how to win financially? On one side, you can boost your earnings. Another thing that you can be doing is reduce or minimize your spendings. Why you want to increase your earnings and reduce your spendings? It's because you want to increase your savings. So higher earnings, lower spendings should increase your savings and your savings rate. And then you can also use a portion of the money, as mentioned before, to invest for your long-term future. So put them into investing. So doing a budget basically means you are focusing on the spendings here. So you're focusing on the second area to optimize this as well as possible for your personal situation and for your life, so that you are supporting with this a higher savings rate, and this will also allow you then over time to invest more. Then for the upcoming month, make sure that you don't overspend in every category, or you don't overspend in any of the categories. For instance, if you put $100 for fun activities, you stop spending in the month after you already spend $100. So there shouldn't be more money going on out that what you have planned and budget toward that category. So if after $100 your friends want to do something fun, you need to say no and maybe postpone it for the next month. And if you already finish up your budget for a category, then really try to be more drastic. For instance, if you already finish up your whole food expense for the month, or your whole food budget for the month, then maybe for the rest of the month you are mainly eating rice and beans in order to keep your budget as well as possible. My wife and I basically have a simple rule. Every month that we are overspending, we are having an agreement that we will try to save this money back in the next month. So if we have spent too much in one month and realize it at the end of the month, then we will cut our budget for the next month accordingly and win this money back in the next month and be more aggressive in our frugal lifestyle. At the beginning, and maybe if you do this challenge for the first time, for the first cycle, you will find it pretty hard and maybe difficult. But if after this 1 month challenge you continue to do the budget, I would really encourage you to do the budget. And you will see with each cycle, with each month, where you do the budget and then review at the end of the month, you will be getting better and better, and you will get your spendings more and more under control. How are you doing your budget? And what are your experiences in doing your budget? Please share your tips and tricks in the comments below. We are all looking forward to learn from one another. Thanks a lot for joining me today. I look forward to seeing you in the next video, and especially I look forward to see you winning financially.